in EDS preliminary work classifications to West Somerset Council. We found the site for Hinkley Point C is contaminated with about 10 tons of radioactive enriched uranium. This discovery of enriched uranium may be behind the cancer clusters not only here at Birmingham, but at nuclear sites around the world, which have been ignored or dismissed by health agencies tasked with protecting us, the people, by their reliance on the discredited ICRP risk model. This tells me that as neither you nor any of the regulatory bodies knew it was there, the regulatory system is far from robust as claimed. It is patently unfit for purpose. Excavating such contaminated land poses a serious additional public health risk. If you didn't know this contamination was there, you have therefore omitted to assess the detrimental health impacts of it when drawing up your national policy statement. Moreover, unidentified radioactive contamination may be found around all existing nuclear power facilities. You won't be able to break ground at any of those sites safely, as your list of sites for new build only contains existing nuclear locations, none of which are now suitable. Your entire energy policy has just gone up in smoke. My question is, how do you explain your negligence in not identifying or assessing the impacts of enriched uranium contamination?
I will also draw on my colleague from the Environment Agency. As I said, we made a high-level assessment. We believe 8 sites are suitable. That is not to include that the regulators have to assess, as the plans come forward, that there is no unacceptable level of discharge of radiation, for example, that would put the public at risk. The Health Protection Agency, the Environment Agency, the Nuclear Installation Inspectorate at the HSE are independent regulators. They take their role immensely seriously, and they should, because it can be in no one's interest, including the government, because we are still also members of this population, to grant consent to something that would be obviously harmful to human beings.
You've got your bunkers.
Would kill people. I mean, why would anyone want to do that? So we have to have a real understanding of the risk, and I'm very happy to hear what your findings are. And we have to balance these risks. Can they be mitigated? Is it safe? And only then can we go forward. But Branwell, maybe you may just want to come into this. Can you use the microphone?
I'm John Roberts. I'm a nuclear regulator with the Environment Agency.
So it's your fault then.
For the last few weeks, I've been assessing the same data as you've assessed, the data that goes with the planning application to West Somerset. My conclusion agrees with the developer's conclusion. I can find no indications in that data of radioactivity beyond the sort that we would expect anywhere in the country. There's natural radioactivity and there's traces of man-made radioactivity as there are anywhere else. Just thinking about this issue from another direction though, the amount that enriched uranium would only come from the B station, which I've regulated for 10 years. If you think about the quantities you're talking about, that is millions of pounds worth of fuel. How on earth could it got there? If it got there as new fuel, you know, we're talking about a lorry load of this fuel going onto that site. It's just absolute nonsense to say that could be a source. If it was used fuel, the amounts of radioactivity with it, the natural uranium wouldn't be something you'd be worried about. It would be the fission products that you would be worried about. And I can say that they are not there. They're just not there. This allegation of 10 tonnes of enriched uranium on that site just doesn't add up.
I don't want to prolong this discussion because this is becoming site-specific, and these are issues associated with the planning application and not the national policy statement. So I'm going to take the next question. I have a lady there who wanted to ask a question earlier, so could I take her first, please?